Guys, it's been a couple days that have been really sad, honestly, okay? Now, apologies for this video. I am sick, okay? So, I'm not gonna sound the best. I'm sorry for that. I wish I wasn't sick, obviously, but, well, I am. So, nothing I can really do. Didn't upload yesterday. Wanted to talk about this. Should probably upload today. So, I think this is an important topic to talk about, especially with the kind of content I make, which is gameplay commentaries and stuff like that. So, Machinima. You're probably aware of who that is, okay? This was a network that basically jump-started the gaming community here on YouTube, at least when it comes to many prominent trends, content types, gamers, things like that, okay? So, Machinima was a huge network, especially in from 2007 to 2013. At that point on YouTube, there pretty much wasn't a gaming YouTuber who wasn't under it. So basically what they did, okay, is once you were getting enough attention, Machinima would invite you to join their network. And then when you did that, they were able to put ads on your videos, and then you basically now could make profit off of your videos. This is before ads on YouTube were widespread like they are now. I mean, today you don't really need a network. Like me, I have no network. I mean, I work under myself. All of my money is made by my content and myself. I don't have a network managing anything for me. My channel is, I guess, quote-unquote organic. But in this time frame, you pretty much had to have a network like Machinima step in and do this for you and get ads on your videos for you. And of course, they would take a cut of your profit, but that was obviously for all the work they had done to get you there. So Machinima was massive, man. Pretty much all gaming YouTubers who were making money in that time frame between 2007 to 2013 was under Machinima. And if you were on YouTube watching gaming content at that time, I know you remember this intro. It's one of the most classic YouTube intros of all time, if not the most classic YouTube intro of all time. They had all kinds of different content on there. It just pretty much ranged between the creator. They had short skits with actual games, comedy shorts, gameplay commentaries, and things like that were all over this. I mean, this place was huge, okay? They had all kinds of different creators on this thing. And this exploded. I mean, Machinima was extremely popular, rightfully so. They had so many different creators under their belt. At one point, they had over 12 million subscribers, and I think this is before they were pretty much wiped clean. Machinima's popularity peaked actually with Call of Duty, okay? From 2007 through about 2012. It was just huge, okay, like I said. I also remember a lot of Halo people were in this community, and they were in Machinima. I remember a lot of comedy sketches from Machinima, and Machinima itself is pretty much behind the content format that I use, the gameplay commentary. I've been watching gameplay commentary since I was probably about 10, okay, when Call of Duty Black Ops really started to come along. That's when I kind of got into COD, at least multiplayer-wise, okay? So I've been watching these gameplay commentaries since I was in middle school, and then now this is literally what I do for a living. That's what kind of influence Machinima had on my life. Most people assume that my only real inspirations behind my content come from Birdman or Pyrocynical, but that's just simply not the truth. There have been probably 36 or so different YouTube creators that I've watched over the years that have influenced my content like this. And yes, while of course Birdman, Pyrocynical, even to an extent Leafy, people like that have all had influence on my channel, you know, a lot of the OG Call of Duty YouTubers themselves also did. I remember back in the day watching Allier's commentaries back, I watched his Modern Warfare 2 ones a lot later, but I remember watching him back in the day during Black Ops 2. I watched a little bit of Wings of Redemption before, the 1v1 Bog situation happened. You know, I watched a lot of these guys, man, and a lot of them were partnered under Machinima. Machinima itself had so many of these different people partnered who were pushing gameplay commentaries at the time that, you know, it just kind of spurged out, I guess, really. I mean, I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what I'm gonna use here. So, to say Machinima started gameplay commentaries, I don't know if that's the truth, but they definitely popularized them, and if they did not popularize them, God knows if my channel would be here today. I have no idea, because gameplay commentaries, it's, you know, pretty much what I've done for a while. And that has kind of, I guess, made my channel what it is, really. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand. So, these guys had a huge impact, not only in my life, but in the lives of these creators and in the lives of other fans, man. They helped me develop a sense of what I wanted my content to be before I even was making the content, so. But in late 2018, Otter Media actually does go ahead and acquires Machinima, so they are no longer a thing. They are being turned into Fullscreen, I guess. So they've existed already, but Machinima's kind of just getting blended in there. Machinima doesn't exist anymore, guys, and today Machinima's channel with over 12 million subscribers was wiped clean. All those years of content, pretty much gaming history here on YouTube, has been completely destroyed. I wish that they would have at least left the channel up as an archive and maybe created a new channel, because so much iconic YouTube history content was on that, probably over a decade's worth, and it's gone. It's just all gone, okay? A channel that helped actually formulate gaming on YouTube as a reality has completely disappeared, okay? They have revolutionized probably the biggest platform on YouTube itself, the gaming scene. And why this is so important, okay, is because it shows that transition, okay? Not only are these people literally the pioneers of gaming on YouTube, these people helped people make a living when a living on YouTube wasn't really a reality, okay? These people got ads on your videos before there was really, you know, widespread advertisements on YouTube. They've created a lot of classic channels like CNanners. He was a host on Machinima Respawn. I think even Hutch was too. I mean, the whole community pretty much knows about Machinima, whether they were in it or not, you know? I was never in Machinima. I came along too late, but it's just an F in the chat, honestly, for the pioneers. But another transition is really shown by this whole Machinima thing here, okay? So, like I said, at this time, okay, to get ads, especially as a gaming YouTuber, you had really to go through someone like Machinima, okay? They created a lot of livings. But now, you just kind of got to meet the threshold YouTube sets, and they'll give you advertisements, okay? So, you don't really need a Machinima anymore, okay? They can help you with a lot of other things, you know? They can help protect your content, they can promote you, they can get you better ads and stuff so your CPMs are higher, things like that. But, I mean, I personally don't have any of those things because I don't think giving a cut of my revenue is worth it, you know? I don't think that having that overhead on my channel is worth it. I prefer my content to be mine and only mine, and for me to have pretty much express authority over everything I do. I don't need that representation. At least I feel like I don't. I can just make my money myself. I don't need a Machinima, okay? And that is how YouTube has become over the years. You can just do things yourself, okay? You don't need Machinima anymore, and unfortunately, as it seems Machinima's viewership was decreasing, the number of members in it were probably decreasing as well, and its prominence in the gaming industry was kind of slipping away, because remember, at one time, pretty much everyone was under Machinima, and you saw that intro, so as their slip from prominence kind of came along, it looks like they've just been acquired outright. And with that, unfortunately, we've had years of history in the gaming industry destroyed, years of history here on YouTube destroyed. I'm hoping some of my favorite videos of all time are still up. If not, I'm just going to be so depressed. I'm going to look for them elsewhere. Machinima, just them going is sad, okay? I felt like I had to make a tribute video. They've done so much. There's a lot of things that people give credit to, I guess, helping, you know, kickstart YouTube or kickstart gaming here on YouTube. I don't think Machinima ever got the credit that it deserved. And I think that it's time that we all kind of, you know, recognize Machinima for what it was. So even though I'm not that 10-year-old kid anymore, watching pretty much 90 different Machinima creators at once, seeing that same little intro on pretty much every video I watch, you know, I can still remember Machinima as a very positive influence, even though sometimes they did have disputes with creators that went public. There were some issues, especially with certain creators in Machinima, where they quote-unquote exposed Machinima for, you know, doing some pretty bad things. False copyright, things like that, was a problem there for a while. So Machinima has done some bad things, but overall, I think that they're going to be remembered for what they've done. And I hope that's the case because they deserve it. Just really sad, man. I don't know how many of you are aware of Machinima. I mean, I'm assuming if you've been on YouTube before about 2014, you know who they are. If you were on YouTube before 2012 watching gaming videos, there's absolutely no way you don't. But there's a lot of re-uploaded Machinima content on the platform still. A lot of channels themselves, if you go back to that time frame like Ali A and you watch some of his like BO1, BO2 commentaries, things like that, you're gonna get that Machinima vibe. Primarily because a lot of these guys ended up starting out from Machinima. I don't know if Ali A was ever actually in Machinima. I know that the type of content that he did was heavily inspired from a lot of the beginnings of Machinima, like the gameplay commentaries and stuff, so maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I think he was personally, but maybe I am wrong at the end of the day. But there have been thousands of Call of Duty commentators, gaming commentators, overall commentators before me. Lots of them started there, okay? My channel's earliest roots are basically in Machinima. At least if you consider the inspirations, I guess, you know, at the very bottom of the roots, the Machinima part. So I have to thank the folks over at Machinima, all the creators from back in the day, from 2009 to about 2013, who introduced me to new styles of content that eventually, you know, I would replicate here, and it turned into my living. I've got to thank them. I've got to thank Machinima for all the great memories of my childhood, all the content creators that they put me on to. Their run was legendary. I mean, they've been, I think, around since 2000, okay? They've been around for a long time. They were one of the first major companies in esports, too. I bet you guys didn't know that. But yeah, they got into esports a while ago. So, just legendary company. Has done so much for YouTube, even inspired myself to take my channel further. I know a lot of this was rambling, but honestly, like, I'm just kind of sad, really, because this is just huge. You know, it's sad, okay? Rest in peace, Machinima. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at SubToptimus. Join the Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, saying rest in peace to Machinima, and signing out.